look at Akbayan. Gano'n ka-close ang Akbayan sa government ngayon? Si Rizzo Ontiveros. Sabi ko nga sa inyo si Rizzo Ontiveros ang pinaka-powerful na senador ngayon.
Pero alam mo kung ano mas na-surprise ako? Yung nagtapa na Akbayan sa party list.
Well,
I don't even understand.
Ito kasi yan, yung mga pumasok dyan, yung mga naglalabasan dyan ng mga surprise, yan yung mga admin bets. So, ibig sabihin, kung nagkaroon ng hocus-pocus dyan, kung meron mang tatrabahuhin ng admin dyan, definitely, yan, tatrabahuhin nila dyan yung mga admin bets. Rizzo Ontiveros is very very pro-admin. No matter how hard she portrays na opposition siya or whatever. Sinasabi ko na to before Rizzo Ontiveros is the most powerful senator. Nagagawa niya lahat ng gusto niya sa Senate. 'Di ba? So hindi ako nagulat na number 1 ng Akbayan, no? Kasi talagang kung meron mang tatrabahuhin ng administrasyon ngayon, tatrabahuhin nila yan, kakampi nila yan Also, sino pa ba yung mga kinuha nilang kakampi? Nung lumalamig na ang alyansa at naglalayasa na nga yung mga tao dyan sa alyansa, of course, they also have to consolidate. And ang kinuha nila for consolidation is Kiko and Bam. And see where Kiko and Bam right now. Of course, Kiko and Bam cannot do it on their own na ganyan sila. Nasa top 2, nasa top. Of course, they cannot do it on their own. It needs to have admin backing. Binaka pa na ng admin yan, si Kiko at si Bam. Kaya mataas ang resulta nila. So, like I said before, no, the reason why I do not want you to make this a pity party or a therapy session for your pain, a pageant. The reason why I do not want to do that is because the only way for us to really survive situations like this is for us to consolidate. Cold-hearted ka talaga dapat. Kasi yun lang talaga yung way natin to win. We have to win overwhelmingly. If we cannot win overwhelmingly, dudugasin talaga tayo.
Masaya ako sa 5 nakapasok sa PDP slate, kasama si Aimee at saka si Camille.
Alam mo yung chikisa ba nga dyan kay Marcoleta? Ayaw talaga raw manalo yan ng admin. Kaso nga lang, talagang hindi nila mapipigil yung pagkapanalo niya ni Marcoleta. So Marcoleta is actually a result of an overwhelming vote. He is a result of overwhelming vote. Siguro kung totoong boto yung nagkabilangan tayo ng totoong boto dito kay Marcoleta, mas mataas pa yan. Ngayon, pang-8 yung pwesto niya di ba? Pang-8 yung pwesto niya If siguro kung kunwari, we're going to be in a more fair situation, Marcoleta's position would be higher than 8. He is a result of an overwhelming vote. So that's why, wala na, tinanggap na lang nila, sige, mananalo nila si Marcoleta. But there's really an effort na parang to disenfranchise him. Remember, talagang hindi nga sinasama yan dati sa survey Sabi ni, I am an INC member and yes, I'd rather have Aimee than Ben Tulfo, but I think without Aimee, VP Sara would still get more than 9 votes for acquittal. Sabi ni James, if you can get 10, it's much better. Why do you think that way? Bakit kayo hindi, okay yun, 9 lang naman yung kailangan, 9. Why kayo nag-iisip ng ganun? The more that we get, the more senators we get for the acquittal of Inday Sara, the better. Hindi lang naman yung yung impeachment, hindi ang pag-uusapan natin dyan sa Senado Pati yung mga policies, pati yung mga budget, pati yung mga bagay na gusto nating gawin sa Senado, mapapadali kung mas marami tayong kakampi doon. So bakit yung iniisip na hindi 9 lang yung kailangan natin? 'Di ba?
Ano ba? Ano nangyari sa consolidation na panawagan natin? Ano nangyari doon sa panawagan natin na punuin natin yung 12? Kasi kung nag-focus lang tayo sa Duterte, talagang may makakapasok na kalaban. And here we are right now. We have to accept the reality na nakapasok nga si Kiko at si Bam. Yan ang parang lesson sa atin na punuin natin yung 12 na kinakailangan natin para sa mga senador. Let's also agree to disagree na lamang yung Unipink candidates ngayon.
Lamang yung unific candidates ngayon kasi nakipag-alay sila sa admin eh.
True. So, alam niyo, makakainsuka na yan. Let this be a lesson also for us na wag din tayong number one, masyadong padala sa emotion. I-promote natin yung voters education at saka kung ano yung totoong nangyayari sa mundo ng politika ngayon. Kasi, aminin natin o hindi, tinarget ng mga liberals ang mga kabataan. And maraming mga kabataan ang talagang bumoto ngayon. Tsaka number two, in-endorso din ng INCC si Bam Aquino na I don't know kung ano naging usapan nila ng iglesia.
I wouldn't say na it is really the voice of the people na legit. It's kaya kasi sabi ko, yung mga I've been setting your expectations since day one. Okay?
Narinig kita, Joe.
Dayaan sa eleksyon. Okay? Magkakaroon ng dayaan sa eleksyon. At ito na nga yun, no?
Ayun na nga.
These results are really, parang talagang shocking. I
At
think
saka,
if blue result ito, it's not gonna be like this. It's not gonna be, I don't think the Duterte would be that far below sa ranking kung totoo kung reflective talaga ito sa boses ng mga tao. However, you have to accept that in every election, especially in elections like this, wherein galit na galit ang administrasyon sa Duterte at sa mga Duterte-aligned politicians, there is really some level of manipulation that's gonna happen.
Tama.
Ang problema dyan is that, of course, the only way for us to win yung ganitong klaseng sitwasyon is really to consolidate. And we failed on that aspect.
Wala, yung iba ka Joey, hindi sumunod eh. Miss Joey talagang wala eh.
Yun nga we weren't able to consolidate enough. So kaya nga, I've been setting your expectations since day one. Na in order for us to win this election, we really need to win overwhelmingly. So sabi ganun, busy kay Aimee. Kung kunwari, nag-vote kayo na hindi iboto si Aimee, tapos si Aimee hindi rin nakapasok. Anong gagawin nyo?
-1.
Edi -1 na naman. Diba? Si Aimee kaya nga pinili yan ni Inday kasi winnable eh. Kung hindi pinili, pagkatapos nag-concentrate kayo na hindi siya rin manalo, edi wala ng Duterte, wala pa si Aimee.
Yung desisyon ng Cebu City na papalit-palit ng mayor pag ayaw nila sa performance mo during your term, that's the Cebu City behavior. And I like that about the city na kung pangit yung performance mo, papalitan ka. And sana ganun yung perspective ng ibang voters sa other regions. Kaya lang, you intend to continue voting kahit na nakikita nyo ng masama. Nag-uusap nga kayo ng ibang friends ko na sabi ko, kung Duterte yung umahandle ng Cebu, Duterte would have lasted longer here and Cebu would be in a far better place. And anyway, okay yung kahit yung sa province, ang ganda ng result. Ayoko lang nang nangyari sa Congress. Kaya lang, mga kaibigan ko din kasi
so si Duc Frasco, no? Panalo pa rin siya. Is Duc Frasco still winning?
And ang laking factor kasi nung ayuda.
Yeah, correct. And even in Batangas, nangunguna si Beatrix over Abu. I mean, Batanggenyo. Nagko-convert ang ayuda sa boto sa inyo dyan. Mahiya kayo sa kulay nyo. Nakakahiya kayo dyan, mga Batanggenyo, mga ka-distrito ni Beatrix. Nag-convert ang ayuda into votes. Panalo pa rin si Beatrix. Utang langis lang pala sa bibig ang katapat nyo dyan.
Very disappointing yung results for senators kasi paano binoto yung si Bongo tapos hindi nyo binoto yung iba. But if you analyze things, somehow Bongo is partly to blame kasi nagsasarili siya ng lakad. Hindi siya coordinated with the rest of the party. Mindanao has good voter turnout for Duterte 12. Kaya lang, hindi kami sa Mindanao, hindi siya vote rich. Cebu, half-half. Other parts, NCR talo. Kumbaga, yung campaigning na ginagawa dapat ng PDP laban should have been focused more on areas that they were weak. Kaya lang, as Paul Ops, mahirap din kasi talaga pag national ka, tas walang magbibit-bit sa'yo na local. Mahirapan ka din kung walang magpapakit sa'yo sa stage. Wala, masyadong disappointing yung Senators na results. And we're checking numbers. I don't think we have 9. Kasi yung mga pinopoint yun na names, some of them may the administration have something to hang over their heads. Pag natanggal si Sara, uuwi lang yan ng Davao, Davao would be okay. What's going to happen to the rest of the country? Yan, ito na yung resulta ng...
This is the reality that we have to face. I mean...
Yung nag-aaway pa kayo ng ayaw nyo kay Aimee, ayaw nyo kay Camille Villar. Nasa survey, nasa shooting distance yung pagkapanalo nila sa 12.
Kasi yun yung sinasabi ko yung survey na yan, okay, you have to look at it, not because you want to believe it, but because it will give you perspective. It will give you perspective. Either nagsasabi ng totoo yung survey na yan, or yung makinarya nila, yun yung gustong mangyari.
To condition your minds, to
condition
make it
your
appear
mind, ganon. So ibig sabihin,
realistic.
if mind conditioning yan, ibig sabihin, they're also trying to warn us that na, ay shit, yan yung possible na mangyari. Meron silang makinarya to make it happen.
Ipinakita na sa inyo.
Oo.
May mga kamag-anak ako na, sino iboboto sa Senators? Duterte, except Philip Salvador and Apollo Quiboloy. We have an impending problem here. Ba't kailangan na magtanggal? We need the numbers. We don't have the votes sa Senate pagdating ng impeachment. And gusto niyo talagang magpaka-moral-moral na ayaw ko yan kasi may ganito akong issue. Ayaw ko yan kasi artista. Masyadong idealistic. Yun lang yung frustrations namin as Paul Ops na hindi nyo kasi tinitingnan to on a realistic level. Yung kung ano talaga yung problema na kailangan nating solusyonan as soon as possible. But then again, we didn't make Gov Gwen win, so hindi din talaga siguro kami magaling. I'm happy na hindi siya mananalo. On a professional
level. You have a different problem to face now. I mean, hindi na siya ngayon yung problema nyo. Iba na.
Oo.
Ever since, nagsa-start pa lang tong hindi ako nagkulang sa pagpapaalala that you have to set your expectations, that you do not have to, you have to be cold-hearted, then you have to be very strategic.
Yes, exactly.
Yung strategy lang, wag na yung feelings dito, yung
oo.
Ayaw yung boto si Philip Salvador.
Oo. Totoo yan.
That's not gonna make you win.
Exactly. It's a numbers game after all.
It's really a numbers game. You have to sit down and realize at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. It's either, either yung tanga mo or yung tanga nila ang makakapasok.
Correct.
Ganun lang yan
Totoo.
So, huwag na kayong umarte-arte pa, nakala nyo meron kayong choice dito sa uri ng sistema na meron.
Oo, siguro kung totoo yan. Kung nabubuhay tayo sa panahon nila Rizal, pwede pa tayong maging emotional. Pero sa panahon ngayon na everything is really putting on their games, na nandyan ng pera, nandyan ng lahat na ng aspect nandyan, we must be smart. We must be smarter. And we must know how to play the cards that we have. Kaya I'm really thankful na strategic yung naging galaw. And I believe and I know by heart that Sarah has been, and since the beginning, she's very strategic. I remember when she said from an interview na before she even considered running or saying yes for being VP candidate, give me the numbers, give me some survey. Before she would say yes, she would base her decision on numbers, on surveys, on scientific. Yes, and ganyan maglaro si Sarah. And I hope sana makuha natin yon na calculated yung mga risk niya, calculated moves. And being our Reyna, kung tawagin ko man sa atin, na siya yung leader natin we must believe in her decision, in her capacity to lead. And every decision that she's making is really calculated. Sabi ng political analyst, no, si Dilaw, yung kabit doon ni Risa Ontiveros, meron siyang magandang nasabi naalala ko natutuwa ako sa kanya. Oo, si Liama. Sabi niya ganon. Actually, kahit hindi manalo yung Duterte, yung PDP laban, pero kung magiging maganda yung momentum nila, maganda ang madadala nila sa 2028 moving forward. And he's right. Biruin mo, Lambino, hindi kilala. As in, wala, pero ilang boto.
Virtually, no one knows them.
Exactly.
Yan yung Lambino, diba?
And matatapatan nila yung boto ni maybe Harry Roque?
Kaya sa susunod na mga eleksyon, magpapa-audition na tayo.
Yes, tama.
Pwede na tayo magpa-audition sa mga susunod na eleksyon. Diba? Hindi na yung kung sino lang yung lalapit, wala na tayong choice. Yun na lang yung kandidato natin. Sa mga susunod na eleksyon, meron na
Tayo na
tayong
mamimili.
eleksyon.
Yes, correct. And that is something that we have to be proud of. That is something that we can carry forward. Na kaya natin, despite na majority sa atin nalaglag, hindi.
Correct.
Given na 8 million, 9 million, first time candidate.
First time candidate, virtually
walang makinarya.
unknown.
Yes!
Diba? Virtually
Walang
unknown.
makinarya. Katapat ni Benhur Abalos na daang milyon.
Never danced. We
Exactly.
never dance on stage. Diba?
Exactly. Na walang tawag dito, vote buying. Grabe, it's really, really huge. Having those numbers, kahit hindi man natin nakuha yung pagkapanalo, look at the brighter side.
Walang
We
pera
have
yan.
the momentum.
Walang pera yan. Those are real
Yes,
votes.
those are organic.
Oo.